show. Philip Streible, Senior Strategist, Blue Line Futures. Good morning, Phil. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So we do see pretty nice developments with the crude oil. Is it very difficult for you to give us a target until the next week?
Well, crude oil futures, I mean, they're going to continue to travel higher. Any setback that you have on oil should be bought because of, the rollout of the vaccine, the rollout of the economy continuing to expand. We're going to see demand for oil continue to expand. So any kind of setback or correction we get in oil, we've been waiting for one. We just haven't got it. Realistically, oil futures could travel up into the, 60s, 70s by the year end.
So do you think this demand-supply dynamic is going to boost the price even further?
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that could really derail it is if Saudi Arabia just comes full on, starts pumping, the market and just flooding the market with supply. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think that they really have done a great job recognizing that they could slowly come back into the market without, creating this oversupply. So they want to see prices higher. They deserve higher prices for their own economy. And I think that we'll get it.
I want to move to cryptocurrencies because they have been extremely interesting, specifically the Bitcoin. Let me show you, everybody, how's the Bitcoin doing so far. Today, actually, in overnight trading, it broke above the 48,000, so hitting new all-time record highs. So far, it's off about 0.08%. It's $47,968. What's your take on the Bitcoin, and also how much of importance Elon Musk has in this story?
Well, there are quite a few followers that really just grip and hold on to everything he says. And, we saw that, he has influenced several different markets out there, especially when he takes a stance on Twitter with regards to it. We are seeing multiple companies add Bitcoin to their balance sheets. I don't necessarily acknowledge it as a currency. I look at it more like a commodity because currencies shouldn't fluctuate, 20% in a day. I mean, if we had that happen to the US dollar or the euro currency, that would be, grounds for war on the government. What's the Treasury Department doing? Things like that. I mean, you can't have the 20% fluctuation on a currency. Those are things we see that happen in, South America or in Africa, that type of occurrence happens. So I think it's more of a commodity. I think it's built upon energy. I like it. It is a good store of value. What I do not like is that these platforms that it's on, you can't short it. You can't put sell stops on it. You can't, get creative with regards to your trading strategy around it. It seems like it's a buy only or sell only type product. So the fact is it's going to keep traveling higher. I'd really like to see a more efficient platform than like something like Coinbase, where you could take it from both sides.
Certainly, when it comes to the Bitcoin, it's or you like it or you hate it. But I was wondering, how does a $100,000 price tag sounds to you?
Well, I told one of my clients who's long Bitcoin, if it ever gets to 100,000, considering we trade the Bitcoin futures, which is 5 Bitcoin, and buying it at hardly anything on that first breakout over, I think it was like 11,500. If it got to 100 grand and he didn't take the dough on it, I was going to fly out there and beat him up. So, I think you got to take profits when it gets to 100 grand. I mean, it's not even, you can't touch it. It's nothing tangible, but you can legitimately buy things like cars, pay off bills, things like that with $100,000. I just don't see the rationale beyond holding something when it has this great exuberance like this. You got to sell it when everyone wants it and buy it when no one wants it.
So do you think after the New York Mellon Bank story, the Bitcoin is going to have a wider acceptance as a cryptocurrency?
I mean, we're seeing the problem is that people don't get any yield on storing any of their assets, in these banks and with just by holding cash. So they want to convert it to something. We've seen many investors out there, rather than holding cash in a bank, they converted it to Microsoft stock, Apple stock, and I think that this is no other difference than converting it into some other asset class, and they're choosing Bitcoin, and most likely Ethereum will be the next one that gets headline news.
So let me ask you one final take in regards to the Dogecoin. What we're seeing also with this cryptocurrency, if we can call it like that, because it started as a joke, but so far it's at about 0.06 cents. Today it's off about 3%, but what's the future of this cryptocurrency? And do you think that market participants have to be very, very careful when they're choosing something really so not stable?
You're really making me laugh over here that we're like having a discussion over Dogecoin. I mean, it's like hilarious. So
it is.
I don't know what it's gonna do. I mean, come on, it's like some kind of cryptocurrency that I can't even get myself around. Believe it. I got more faith in GameStop as a company than I do have something like that.
Well, that was very significant, very significant. So I wonder then, why is Elon Musk so much, boosting it?
Oh, he's such an innovator. He's so creative. He's got great ideas. He's one of the richest people in the world. His influence is great. I mean, you either love the guy or you hate the guy. I bought crazy things from the guy. I bought a flamethrower a few years ago. This guy's coming up with crazy ideas, and he's got great marketing. He's got, he's truly an innovator. So, and people, like I said, they either love him or they hate him. And his influence is going to drive people like a following, and if he mentions something like Dogecoin, those people are gonna buy into it.
All right, thank you very much, Philip Streible, Senior Strategist, Blue Line Futures. Have a cool weekend, Phil.
Thank you. Take care.